Good morning, team.
Look at that.
From the new spot. Sorry, it's a bit loud. The vacuum's going hard downstairs.
Yeah.
Someone's making it useful.
Yeah. So
who's the first on? Jump on. Say good morning.
Ooh, I reckon Channel or Liv.
Yep. There's 3 now. Welcome to the new spot, the new Breakfast Banter.
The new set.
The new set, the new posse.
Yeah.
The new zone.
Yeah. So what we've got at the moment is upstairs where we have been hanging out the last few days. The corner pocket adjacent to the stairs is where we've created the set. And this is where the RX Banter, RX Debrief and the Banter will be, and any other sort of content that we'll do in terms of creation will be. We've got the fridge in the background, some iconic Michael Jordan moments, and a few other little extra bits and pieces. So over the next few days, this will certainly change a little bit to make it a little bit cleaner. But there you go, team. This is our 15th new home.
Yeah, it is actually. We started in COVID.
Yeah, started
made our
in my
way.
garage.
Yep, and then made it to your hallway.
Yeah.
Everyone's on this morning. Morning, team.
Yep. So
I hope you're warm this morning. The new set from us,
and
bringing you all the bants.
And it's a bit weird because we would usually have it running from the laptop, so we'd always be looking at the laptop at us. But now we've got the digital SLR over there, but the laptop's here, so we're kind of freaking out a little bit doing this.
Yeah, I'm getting cross-eyed a little.
Yeah, so we might be able. Excuse us if we look a little bit lost sometimes.
I might look a little bit like I'm wandering somewhere. I know that's normal, but yeah. How's everyone feeling this morning? How are you feeling this morning, Brian?
Way warmer than yesterday.
It was warmer than yesterday.
Yeah.
I just want to say my legs are smoked from yesterday's sculpt class. I mean, the back squat sets have just been, I think it's the drop set. The drop set is like, that's where my muscles are like going, yep, they've been shredded apart. Yep, let's just add some like vinegar on the wound. Yeah,
and we've obviously been increasing the weight of the drop set per week. So as a result, what it's doing is building up capacity and volume in people's legs so they can handle it a little bit more. And that should be reflective next week when we do testing. So that's the reason why you'll see a lot of that over the last 6 weeks testing. And then we're going back to some of our more sort of Metcon-y type conditioning bias work. So, so squatting, but with maybe a sled push or a dumbbell overhead lunge or a wall ball set in between. So just to kind of keep that volume up, but taking the load out, especially as we launch into comp season. And then that'll be at least for the rest of August. And then we'll ramp up because we want to get ready for 1RM stuff at the end of the year. So that'll start from September.
How are you going? What are your thoughts on programming this far? Like where we are at this stage of the year? I mean, it got revamped with COVID. Readjusted.
Well, it's certainly not where I would and had liked the gym to be in terms of where we were with our barbell stuff.
Yeah.
I would like to us to be a little bit more advanced than where we are now. I would like to have us to be doing a lot of squat snatching and overhead squat work.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to try and implement a lot of those skill sets en masse when you are still trying to teach everyone other fundamental movements. So we are probably, I would still say 4 months behind where I would like us to be. And I don't envisage us really catching up until next year. But in saying that, I'm pretty happy with the outcome. We're relatively injury-free. There's just some niggles for some of the comp guys who are doing their work, and which is understandable because there's a lot of volume. But then we do get a little bit of respite over the next few weeks before we ramp back up. So overall, I'm fairly happy. I'm really enjoying this with programming.
I've been loving like this morning's Randy meets, what is it? Meets its match. And just the break of it, I think the ability, what I'm learning from your programming is when we do these workouts, so it is like Randy meets its match, and it was 5 rounds of 15 snatches and 15 burpee over the bar. In my head, I'm learning, and this is from your programming, I'm learning how to, where are my peaks of where I need to push.
Yeah.
I know I can bump out 5 unbroken snatches, put it down, go again. And then I know I can stick with the 15 burpees and just stay consistent. So I think I've been loving those little Metcons. again, but when it comes to if we were to do Randy with every time you drop the bar, you have to do 5 burpees. I know that I'm capable of doing it, which is pretty gangster.
Yeah, and what it does, it just builds your capacity up, right? So you know that, like, okay, I can do sets of 5. So when I do Randy, my plan might be I might just do sets of 5, and then at the 50 mark, I might push 10, 10, 5. Well, there you go. You've then launched into a massive set about where you want to be. It all comes down to also how you feel on the day. Randy's a bit of a bitch because it's such a lower back pumper because of the amount of hinging you got to do. So you got to be careful of that. I mean, today we did it as a hang, and we did that solely to take the load off people and just to kind of get people really working their grip. Obviously, Randy will be a slightly different, but in the saying that, I was pretty happy with how everyone kind of went. I was really happy with pretty much everyone's effort yesterday on what did we do yesterday? WOD 4?
Yeah, finished off. Yeah. Jenna, you have been my favorite to watch. Not that I have any favorites. I've loved everyone throwing down, and I've been there for everyone. But Jenna, your push through every WOD and showing up as well. And she was here this morning, and I was like, Jesus, lady. But yeah, ultimate shout out to you, girl, because straight up, every WOD you've given it your all, and it's been good to watch you just grow with the barbell, even in this world. So it's gangster.
Yeah, and I said to her, "How are you this morning?" She goes, "Oh, God, sorry." And then Rochelle was in, and she still can't walk from Saturday.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So she was in the air squat portion at the backside of it, and she goes, I mean, I haven't seen someone grimace that much in a long time, and just doing air squats.
Yeah.
And it looked like every rep hurt. So, yeah. WOD 4 hurts, man. So,
so that wraps it all up, yeah.
Tomorrow night it'll be wrapped up at 11:59. That'll be the last of that's when you'll be allowed to enter your scores.
Yeah.
And then I think it'll probably take a few days to ratify a lot of things. But you'll generally get a consensus of where you sit within the first. By Thursday morning, you'd have a pretty good understanding. That's where you're going to be. There will be some reviews, and there will be some people probably questioning some stuff, and there might be some changes as a result.
That is your phone.
No, I think that's it. Oh. There'll be some changes as a result of that, but 99% of it will pretty much stay the same as of Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to seeing who out of our gym gets accepted.
Yeah.
And then again, you don't have to take the invite. If you don't want to go and do nationals, you don't have to. Sometimes people just want to qualify and see where they're at. But make that decision pretty quick so they can then inform the next person down the line who can come up. But then it'll be like, all right, where's the mansion we're going to book?
And now that qualifiers are done, we are ramping up for testing week. Yeah?
Yes, testing week. Back squat and Fran first up.
Nice. I was just having a little yarn with the bro offline before, and I was like, you know what a time to be testing. Like, it's a good time if you've got a mate and they've been asking you, what are you doing for training and that, bring them in.
Yeah, good time to do it, because then they can actually get straight into testing.
Yeah, and then we can gauge and set. Like, I was just playing with the idea of it, like, I just reckon, I don't know if it's just because I'm passionate about it, and I believe that with some type of form of exercise is good for your well-being, and if an hour class at 808 can give you that, then by all means. And I have so many people hitting me up going, I want to come train, and I'm like, yeah, come train. And what an opportunity to do it while on testing week, because there's going to be it's like a base level. So if you've got a mate that wants to come, bring them.
Yeah, it's a good time, and especially because then you can, when we launch into the go into the 1RM cycle, which is starting September, and we get into that real sort of heavy-ish type sort of stuff. It'll give them an idea and a mark to work off.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's quite hard coming in midway through a cycle of training and then trying to jockey yourself in, and you might not get the exact result. So if you can come in around testing, there's actually not a bad option.
Yeah.
So you're a smart lady, Moana.
Oh, thanks, brother. I think it's because we're in the same soil and we just get watered by the...
it's interesting as well. So I was taking class last night, and upstairs you can see Mo just kind of, her head pops up between the window. She's sometimes making fun of Faith. Most of the time she's making fun of Faith. And, I really feel sorry for Faith, because she does take it.
Oh, I know. I love you, Bob.
Yeah.
Making you a better person.
Yeah. But
sorry, we just skipped down on camera then. Sorry.
But
just had a little moment.
But like, so yesterday this place was a bit of a, like there's a lot of stuff everywhere. IA working really hard getting their stuff out of the way, and we're kind of jockeying it. And Mo has like Mo has this.
You can see the twitch in my eye.
Yeah, I'm OCD, but she's way worse than me. And you wouldn't think that with Mo, because you think she's like happy-go-lucky, hippie, out there spacey. But she's very itemized. Probably has a lot to do with Fiona. And it's very itemized, and so I came up here and the whole place was done. So everything is very clean and tidy in its specific place and zone. And so
just every in my mind, I have I'm quite messy, but I have an organized mess, and so everything is in order. And it's only because I couldn't think straight with something just in the middle of the room. In my mind, that's what it feels like in my brain. I'm sitting up here trying to be creative, and then there's like this big lump of something in the middle of my brain. I'm like, let's just clear that, and then it will just flow.
She's done an amazing job.
It'll just flow easy. No, but I'm excited. Like, the GHDs are ready to set up. I bet you already got that in the programming. Your desk is set up. All these pictures. It's a vibe. It's definitely a vibe.
Channel, what video are you talking about?
Oh, the one on her story. I forgot that she was still recording, and I was doing. I was doing a dance in front of your camera. Oh, sis.
Yes.
You had me on that one. Jesus.
It was very good. But that's Mo, right to a T.
Yeah, don't leave your camera. Oh, I told you, we were in the shop on Saturday, and I was a bit overtired. And this was Sunday. I was overtired, sounded like a man. Fee was just like, we just need to go in and out because we're running late. And I'm like, yeah, good. Grab my bickies, and I start. Whoa! Not even realizing that there's like a full camera just right there. So Green Height Superette shop will have some good footage of me breaking it down in the aisle.
Yeah, I can't wait to you to run into
your mate.
Yeah, your mate. And you just pump that out, and just to see that.
It's quite a good neighborhood, actually.
It's a really nice place. You think of Green Height, you think, but like it's actually really nice. So I had a bit of it when I was at your after your thing. I kind of drove around. I was like, I'd take a couple of side roads. Probably like I was scoping out some joints. But I was like, man, it's a really nice neighborhood. Like I can see why people want to come here and let their kids grow up here.
Although I think that the mums got a bit angry at me yesterday because at after school pickup, they all use our driveway to get in and out because it's right across the road from the school. Well, yesterday when I left about 2:30 and I was there till about 3:10, I left my car parked right in the driveway, so no one could even get in and out. So I'm pretty sure there was some angry mums, but
they'll
Soz Susan.
Oh, Susan Kaz, you're all right, man. You're good. You can take your X5 and take it one driveway up the road.
Definitely. But
old Green Height Mafia. Hey, far out.
Very, very convenient how close it is.
Yeah, it's right across the road.
Yeah, it definitely is like across the way. Yeah. No, it's definitely good. What else have we got?
So I wanted to quickly touch base, right, is that, because obviously it's 2 days before the end of the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Everyone's starting to leaderboard a lot, right? So everyone's starting to try and figure out where they are on the board, and, whether if I have a bad result, is they going to bump me down, etc., etc., etc. The only thing that you can really control is your effort and your ability. You cannot control anyone from a different gym and their ability. So don't worry about what they're doing. It is understandable if you are right on the cusp of qualifying and you desperately want to qualify, that you would be looking at wanting to do lots of redos and see if you can get 1 or 2 more reps. You got to understand, right, that especially if you're a scout athlete, if you're going to redo WOD 4, you're looking at another at least 15 minutes of pain to get maybe another round. If it means that much to you, then yes, do it. But if it doesn't, to just let the scorecard play out and see how it goes. Right. So the challenge is a lot of people start to overthink it and they get really anxious. They get, we had one of them yesterday.
Yeah, so the pressure of it.
The pressure of it started to impact them. They are totally fine. They could completely bomb a workout and they're still going to be in the top 16. But because they have trained so hard and they just want to give their best effort all the time and they felt like their effort wasn't there, they then work themselves up. It is okay to have a bad workout. It's okay, like the world will not end because you didn't do really good. You can come back to it if you wanted to, or you can just let it play out and get ready for nationals, because failing COVID happening again, you're going to be going to nationals. So you can now just really concentrate on that and just leave that one to the side.
Yeah.
I will anticipate, because that was such a big EMOM and because it's such a spread, there's going to be a big barbell cycling WOD coming up.
You predicting that?
Yeah, that's what I'm predicting. That one there for sure, a version of something like that will come up, whether it be like maybe like as an EMOM scenario where you do like 7 cows on a machine, 6 wall balls, max effort, clean and jerks, and you got to accumulate 75 reps in under 6 rounds or something. So something like that would, I can see something like that, or a big cluster or thruster workout. So there's lots of time up our sleeves. Don't get too anxious about it. Let the leaderboard play out the way it will, and you just give your best foot forward. You can't really go wrong.
Yeah, definitely. And I kind of agree with you more that the leaderboard is just what it is at this moment, at this present time. It doesn't take away the last 6 months of training that you have all done. It doesn't take away, one workout doesn't take away all of that. And that, be mindful of that, because that applies to life as well. So,
and it's just your ego. If you want to be first in the qualifier,
they don't mean shit, right?
That's just your ego. Because like last year, Sammy was 14th in the qualifiers, and she got second. So I think Amber was 9th and got first. So it doesn't matter where you sit in the qualifiers, as long as if you want to be in that top wave, get top 16. If you just want to qualify, get top 32. Then to be honest, you're probably going to look at maybe 3 or 4 in each division pulling out. So really, top 36 will be where you want to sit, because you're. I think I was 39th last year in intermediates, and I still win. Because there were people that pulled out, because injuries happen, life happens. People can't do that date that it's on, etc., etc., etc. So don't get too despondent if you're outside of it. There's a really good chance you'll probably end up going anyway.
Hard.
Right up until I think.
Did you learn that through experience, like with all your competing? Did you just with what you've said in terms of not getting hung up on that being the best at every workout, but you knew that your effort was there?
I think a lot of it's come through from when I was paddling. We would do big tournament, big regattas and stuff like that. I couldn't help the environment. I couldn't help tides. I couldn't help wind, swell, all the rest of it. All I could do was my ability and technical ability to be able to read the water to give me the best opportunity to get forward and succeed. And if someone beat me, it was because they were technically better than me, and so there was a learning there. I used to hate it. Now I don't mind it. A lot of, I think last year I got pumped in like several workouts. I never took it as a bad thing. I took it as a learning. It's like, okay, I now need to do a lot more work. At the 22 and a half, 25, 27 and a half dumbbells, because I got crushed. So pretty much that's why we put a lot of dumbbell stuff in. Barbell cycling was actually all right for us, so I didn't put too much emphasis on that. But then gymnastics was a huge part. And I would say that as a gym itself, in the last 2 years, we've gone from a mediocre ability in gymnastics. So I think we would probably hold our own against probably some bigger gyms and put out some of our best guys against them, and we would probably hold our own as well.
Yeah, so, definitely.
But that's a learning, and you got to take time and
experience it as well.
And you got to have a ton of failures to get some form of success, and you can't get success all the time. You are going to lose sometimes, and that's okay. And I think an athletic maturity comes from losing, and that sounds really weird, but
I don't reckon.
Well, but you got some young cats, right? And I'll use Faith as an example, who's 18, 19, who hasn't had a series of failures or losses, right? And so she needs to go through that in order to come out as a better athlete, so that she can take it to the next level. But at the moment, we want her to get her some successes, so she has some confidence. So then when she does start to have some of those losses, maybe when she goes up in an intermediate level, that it's okay and she can learn and develop. And that's just a timing thing. It's basically like an athlete maturity level.
Yeah, it's like a journey, right? It's part of the athlete journey.
That's why all the endurance athletes are the guys that are in their 40s. That's why the elite guys are there.
Because they can handle it, right?
Yeah, because they know they've had all the experiences of trying to go out too hard, failed, realize that, learn, and then develop.
Yeah. That's it right there, team. That's it for Tuesday.
Golden nugget for you.
Yeah, that definitely is. And I think that can apply to so many different things. I can already name 3 things that how I can apply that method on my life, on training, and it as someone giving advice to someone that needs that extra help, to be told that, you know, it's okay to lose.
Yeah.
It's okay, because it's not losing, it's taking the lesson in it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what Chief's just been covering, and definitely
change that mindset from I'm a loser to I'm just learning.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, I don't know how many times I get my ass kicked here, and it's not because of, you know, it's not because that you know, I'm a slow athlete. It's just because if I want to run and get faster, I got to run with faster people.
Yeah.
I don't want to always run with slower people, because I'm just going to stay at that level.
Yeah.
I want to try and push myself. So, you know, when Kenyon's throwing a barbell around, I'm like, all right, time to get my ass handed to me.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it, because I get to see what he's doing. Yeah, it's good learnings.
Nah, definitely.
Good learnings. And I can smell all that glue now.
Yeah, I can, like, wow, that's strong. We're getting new turf downstairs.
Yeah.
Place is coming together.
Yeah, so we've got new turf going in today. The banner will go up next week for downstairs, and the 808 rule. I just got the artwork from Benny Boy, and I'm going to approve that in about 10 minutes. And that'll go up on the same day next week. Plus, we're doing some touch-up work with some of the in the toilet. Whoever sits there and picks at the.
Do you reckon it's the kids?
No, I got a feeling it's Sammy.
You reckon?
Oh, 100%.
Why?
Because Sammy is a fidgeter.
On the toilet.
Oh, I could just imagine, she sits there, like, wherever she is, she will always be playing with her hands. 100% agree that would be her.
I don't know.
I'm going to blame it on her anyway.
Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy, you've just ruined my toilet.
I've got a good Tuesday quote for us to end us on a banger. I'm hoping you all have a good day today, and we will see you tomorrow. Quote of the day, page 113. Victory belongs to the most persevering.
Napoleon.
It is. It is. That's us for Tuesday, fam. Thanks for joining us in from our new set.
From our new set. And it'll probably change again tomorrow.
Yeah, probably.
Because Mo will do that.
Have a good day, team.
Adios.
Peace.